Well, good evening and welcome back to yet another episode of the Baseball Card Junkies podcast. You got myself, you got Mike from Ripping for Rookies.
How we doing, everyone?
Yep. So where should we begin? I mean, we had a pretty stellar weekend. We finished out what I believe was a very successful fundraiser for a couple of individuals that were thought of within the last 3 weeks. So that was awesome. WBC happened, and we'll get into that later on. But quick roll call. The only one that's actually in the chat as of right now was Jason. And yes, Jay, I would agree with you. It was ball four.
That was ball four. Yeah, no doubt
I'm
about
not gonna lie. I mean, I could try to lie and say it, but I'm just lying to myself.
it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey, Mark, how you doing?
I don't know how far it was out. It was at least a full ball out of the strike
Yeah.
zone.
I would say so.
Yeah. So maybe next year or in 2 years when they have the next World Baseball Classic, that they might actually install the challenge rule.
Start throwing the
Possibility.
the
I mean,
ABS.
got a great cause for it now.
Yeah, definitely.
That game could have been going on. I was actually shocked because I went to sleep. It was 2-1.
Right.
I guess it was around 9:30 or so, and I got up this morning at 4:30, and it was still 2-1. And then I turned on YouTube, and the first thing that popped up was this a ball. I was like, uh-oh. Let me take a look. I was like, oh yeah. Even bleary-eyed at 4:30 in the morning, I was like, oh yeah, that's a ball.
Yeah. So
3 years?
Oh well.
No, 2 years. It's every
No,
other
it's
year.
actually every 3 years. It's every 3 years.
It was 3 years since the last one?
Yep.
Man,
2023.
it was last year, for God's sakes. Oh, geez.
Oh man.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
I didn't realize it was 3 years.
Yep. See what happens in the next 3 years.
Yep.
All right. So product reviews. I mean, I've seen plenty of this stuff to be broken.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but
No.
I'm not paying $350.
Yeah, but you know what? If it's thrown into a break, it's actually not a bad product. It's probably one of the products. I mean, okay, it's $350, but what you get out of it, you have a lot of dart throws to get something really nice out of it. How many autos are in there?
A few.
Four. There's 4.
Okay.
I think there used to be 5. So yeah, like everything, it's been cut back.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's actually not that bad. I mean, if you're talking, I guess that would be considered now a mid-ranged priced box. But so it's not, upper echelon. It's probably lower of the mid because, if you're looking at, some of the other products that are out there are like $500-$600.
Right.
At least you're getting more cards out of this. You're not getting one pack with 7 cards in it.
Right.
No.
Right. I mean, it's on the low end of mid-tier, I would assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
But still, I mean, if you're looking at product and autographs, so it's what, $349 for that. So and they're guaranteed autographs. Right. So if you were to get 4 boxes of Heritage right now, which would be more than that. I mean, if you bought them at the initial price,
right,
you're talking $440 for 4 boxes of Heritage, and you're not guaranteed an autograph. It's either an autograph or a relic. So if you think about it, it's not a bad deal.
And I mean, Bowman's Best is purely a prospect and rookie heavy product line anyway.
Correct.
So I mean, the autos, they do make up for, I guess you could say they're like on the low end of a typical Bowman draft or Bowman Chrome product line, where the autographs are relatively more affordable, and then you get those rookie cards as well. And then some of the inserts, like I actually went out and picked up a Julio insert circuitry. It's one of their new inserts. So I mean, the fact that not only did they change the format, because at one point it was too many boxes, now it's just standard hobby box, and I think 4 cards per pack for like 12 packs or something like that.
Yeah, I think the mini boxes have gone away. It's costing too much to produce those.
Yeah, so I mean, I would agree it would be a good inclusion to the break. Congrats on pulling the 101 dicks in my ass. Yeah, okay. Appreciate you, bro.
There we go.
Oh man, let the shenanigans begin. What's up, Larkin? So we talked about it real briefly before the show started. You know, I mean, you've got your local LCSs that do things to introduce kids into the hobby, or you know, they commend them for bringing in a good report card. You know, you bring straight A's, I'm gonna give you a pack of cards, or I'm gonna give you a couple of cards of your favorite player. So the distributors, Topps, actually took it a step further, in my opinion. I think they went above and beyond, and I'm all for it. I'm just trying to find the right article for it because I got like 5 of them in here.
We got a lot of articles today.
Okay, so the first thing is this. All right, so you got what they call a Topps collector's kit. Okay, now on retail, it's set. You can find this at your local stores. Like I know Dick's is one of them. Okay, and basically it's a $40 collector's kit, and in that kit you get 2 packs of Series 1, 2 packs of 25-26 NBA flagship, a pack of 25-26 NBA Chrome, a pack of 26 Heritage, a multi-sport bonus pack with 1 parallel, penny sleeves, top loaders, a mag case, and a mini binder.
Yeah.
Okay. For $40, that's a hell of a deal.
Not bad.
Okay. Here's the problem with that. You got individuals taking it to eBay and trying to milk the system with it.
Yeah. And when we were backstage talking about this, I wish there was a way that you could just go to an eBay listing and leave a comment on there and say, hey, don't waste your money here. They're available at Dick's Sporting Goods for $40.
Well, you know? Okay, Larkin's saying he would buy it for $5. I mean, that may be for your taste, but it's not for you. You're an adult. This is for little Timmy who wants to introduce his little brother or sister into the hobby. And this is, in my opinion, this is probably the perfect product line to get somebody started, regardless of what type of packs are in there.
Exactly.
And I say that because Alan said they're probably all base packs anyway. That may be, but you know, in little Timmy's eyes, it's a start. And that's all it really takes to get somebody into it. Just get them started with, and they had the funny thing about this product is they have an option. What sport do I want to gravitate to? Because you got baseball, you've got multi-sport, you got basketball. I mean, so it serves a little bit of everything. You make your decision off of that, and then you just build off of it. That's the way I look at it. You know, I mean,
you're not going to get rich off of this product. You're not going to be finding a 101 or something like that in there.
And I mean, it say right here, we assume that these are value packs and not hobby. There's no hobby logo anywhere on the packaging. If these were hobby packs, it would be an absolute no-brainer. The packs alone would have been around $100 in value based on secondary market before even counting the bonus packs. Assuming they are value packs, you're looking at about $28 in packs. And then with the supplies at $40, that's a hell of a deal.
Oh, even if they were hobby packs, you're talking probably about what, $7 a pack now with the breakdown of the price per hobby box and the price per pack or something like that.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean where he said $70, that's a little bit too high. There's there's not enough packs in there to justify that. I would say if there were hobby packs, it would probably be more like around $35 or something like that.
Timmy's a knucklehead, just like we all were as a kid. There.
Hey Shayla, how you doing?
What's up, Shay? So the next thing is that is coming up in the shoot is you got Topps Heritage mega boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're running for about $60, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought they were 49.
Nope, $49.99.
Yeah,
You are correct. And then they have the value box, aka blaster boxes, for 25.
Right.
So
I've seen a bunch of the hobby boxes being opened.
Okay.
They're not bad. There's no short prints. People are claiming that certain cards that are flipped backwards are the short prints.
Right.
They're not short prints because you don't put a home run leader's card flipped backwards and they consider that a short print. They do have the gray borders, which were freaking everybody out, thinking it was some kind of hit. But there's like 2 in every box. I've seen about 8 of the sparkle cards come out of a box, 3 to 4 chromes, and you get your auto or your relic. So one nice numbered card to 50 pulled out. It was a gold chrome. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but then again, you know, they raised the price to 109 if you can find it at that price anymore, and they cut back on 4 packs, so it's 20 packs instead of 24, like you know we were talking about last week.
Yeah,
you know, that was my beef about it. Yeah, the dark gray borders, they are nice. They are nice. And, you know, some people are opening them up and they know what they're talking about, and some people don't know what they're talking about. So it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, if you're going to open up a box and put a video up, do your research on it, you know?
Right. So we was talking about getting into the hobby a little while ago for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you fall into this did you or do you currently fall into this into this category? You know, you start buying $5 cards. Then you upgrade to $50. Then now you're at $500 cards. Next thing you know, you're at a 3-hour live stream break at 2:00, convincing yourself you need your favorite team in a random mixer.
I never got to $50 cards.
You've never gone past $50?
Well, no, I got $50, but I'm not going to spend $50 on card. You know,
so you just kept it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about, you know, a weekly addiction of buying blaster boxes and hanger boxes and stuff like that, yeah, I probably at one time had a $50 a week addiction when I first got back into it.
Yeah,
you know, back in 2020 when everybody was getting back into it, there were more products to purchase there. There were more blaster boxes and hanger boxes and stuff that you could find in the wild until you know. Eventually COVID hit and then we had to go to the flippers route. But it was never anything more than that. I can't remember the last time I bought. I think the last thing I bought was a jumbo box of 2022 update as like basically a gift to myself for my birthday. You know, I had sick time saved up. So I got a check for like $700. I was like, oh, I'm buying myself a jumbo box, you know, and the rest is going to go towards Christmas. So, yeah, but I did
many moons ago. In case anybody is not aware, I am medically diagnosed as being bipolar. One of the symptoms is impulse spending. Now, if my wife was here, she would concur, but she's out doing wife things. Couple of years back, I was blowing through at least $1,000 a month in cards.
Wow.
Whether that's actual sealed product or singles. Okay. But with the way things have gone now, I want to thank Topps or Fanatics for helping me curb my addiction.
For pricing us out of the hobby.
Yes.
Yeah. When is the last time you actually opened up a hobby box?
The last time I opened up a hobby box for myself was literally almost 2 years ago.
And was it Sonic?
No, it wasn't Sonic. It was Cosmic Chrome.
Oh, Cosmic Chrome. Yeah, that's right. Cosmic. Okay. I got the two confused. Yeah. I think that was last time I saw you open up a hobby box.
Every now and then, I do surf eBay, and if there's like a card that I haven't seen or it just catches my eye and it's like $100, $200, yeah, I'll pick it up. You know, but as far as buying any type of sealed product, there's it doesn't tickle my pickle. You know, so I mean, it.
Yeah. We got a few other people that popped in. Spicy Bear and Orlando. How you doing?
Appreciate everybody coming in. This particular article actually tugged on my heartstrings. So this collector's father sadly passed away last week due to complications from Parkinson's disease. Okay. During the morning of the day he passed, the two spent time together at their local card show. Unbeknownst to them, someone from the show happened to capture the special moment of the father-son duo. Glad I was digging for 15-cent Brewer singles at the right time. The hobby spans generations.
Yeah, it does span generations.
It really does.
Yeah.
And moments like this, you know, you don't know when you get that calling to go home, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have opportunities like this. Take advantage of making those memories with your loved ones.
That's right.
Because again, and we've said it many a times, you only live once. Take full advantage of it. Don't let it slip out of your grasps.
Every second counts.
Exactly. So we got some positive hobby moments. Okay, so this tweeter, he wrote, a card shop I worked at does this. Kids bring in their report cards and share what they learned this year, and we give them a pack and a card of their favorite player. Work hard, get cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, you got kids that offer to do chores for cards, which is always a plus. You got kids that I mean, it's just a little thing. It's basically keeping the kids out of trouble, even if it means, you know, giving them a pack of opening day, if you will. You know, little gestures like that changes a lot with how the youth grows up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one really threw me for a curve. Okay, so Sports Card News wrote that there has been $1 million plus Beckett fraud ring. Here's what's happening. So according to this individual, a guy in China has sold 10,000 plus fake autographs on eBay for over $1 million.
Wow.
Some of the stuff listed was Tom Brady jerseys, Wayne Gretzky jerseys, Lionel Messi, all fake. But here's the scary part. They all came with an authentic Beckett certificate. You know how when you buy some type of signed memorabilia, you get that pretty little certificate authenticating the item with a serial number. You scan the code, it says valid. Why? Because the scammers are using real Beckett numbers on fake items. Beckett has no photos in their system, so they literally cannot tell if it's real or fake. Here's the translation. Those COAs do not mean anything. A collector paid $860 for a fake Brady jersey, and another got a fake Gretzky for $660. A similar scam already happened before. Brett Lemieux scammed collectors out of $350 million doing the same thing.
Wow.
He offed himself before being arrested, but the FBI told Sports Card Radio the investigation is still open. Bottom line is 10,000 plus fakes are being resold right now as real on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, card shows everywhere. So check your stuff. Now, on top of that, I do want to share a link where you can actually check those COAs yourself in the event you come across anything like that. So what do you think about this whole shenanigans, Mike?
It makes me sick.
You just can't trust nobody and nothing anymore.
No. Oh, it's going to get worse. Or, you know, as we scroll down through our page, and one thing that I saw about the guy in Pittsburgh. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, who do you trust anymore? What do you trust anymore? You know, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I mean, I understand why people do it. They want to make money. They found a wrinkle in the system that they can, you know, get this stuff out there and you know, everything checks out,
right?
Apparently, and it's sold. Do you think that, I don't know, is everything being sold on eBay?
Pretty much.
I mean, eBay should have to have. I mean, they're doing it for baseball cards, authenticating baseball cards. I think that, you know, if you're selling a jersey that's supposedly authenticated, maybe they should start a screening process for that and charge the person that's selling it, you know, an additional $50 or $20 to have it go through to authenticate it.
This is a guy that's actually out of China, Maddie. Orlando says that a Beckett rep said it was too expensive to take pictures of all the items authenticated.
Wow.
You know, this just it for a collector like myself or any other decent-minded collector, that just tells me I cannot trust anything with the Beckett COA. I'll have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And basically you're taking your business elsewhere.
Yeah.
If you cannot afford to cough up, take a hit on your revenue at the end of the year to improve your operations, why should I keep my business with you?
Yeah. Mark, when you say that, are you talking about eBay? They do authenticate over a certain amount, because I know it's baseball cards is $300.
Yeah. For baseball cards, I do know that they have an authentication process.
Right.
As far as memorabilia, I don't know.
Yeah.
So if you know,
I mean, you're talking big bucks. I mean, $660, $860 for a jersey.
Right.
You know, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I try to be careful as to where I go to spend my money for memorabilia.
Yeah.
But that website that I did put in the chat, this is what you're going to come across.
What's up, Sean?
You can verify autographs and credit and graded cards, and you can spot fakes fast, apparently, based off of this. So, I mean, take a look at it. If it's for you, you're welcome. If it's not, no harm, no foul. Just want to make sure that everybody has a good experience in the hobby and not fall victim to things like this that should not be happening.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that should not be happening, isn't there a rule book in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal?
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically stealing is what you're doing.
Yeah. Because apparently we got priests that are getting into it too.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
So the head priest and dean of Trinity Episcopal Cathedral in Pittsburgh, thanks a lot, Pittsburgh, is facing charges after being accused of stealing more than $1,000 in baseball cards from a Walmart. Smith was arrested on February 27 by police with 27 packs of baseball cards concealed under his clothing and in a cardboard box, according to court records. That's not very holy at all.
No, it's not. Unbelievable.
So, I mean,
it's just human beings. You just can't trust them. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
It's crazy how, I mean,
whatever you do to try to scam somebody out of something somewhere, you're going to get caught.
You will get caught. It's just it's not a matter of how, it's just a matter of when.
When? Exactly.
You know, but what I find hard to really comprehend, and it's really a no-brainer, what we get into, this is supposed to be for recreation.
Right.
You know, for some of us that has been in it for years, you know, there's a period of time where you fall out of it because you got older, you know, you started families, whatever the case may be. But then you get yourself back into it out of nostalgia, or, you know, if you happen to have a son or a daughter that is into it, you know, it brings you back to the days of when you was that kid and you fall in love with the hobby all over again. Right. Nowadays, you got these individuals that literally try to capitalize on something that is really meant for the kids, but you know, everybody's got an angle in everything that they put their little greedy hands on, especially with
that's what Orlando cardboard. Said. He said it's greed. I mean, could you imagine if I did a break, charged everybody for a break, didn't ship anything out, and kept the money?
That would have been your last break, honestly.
Exactly. I couldn't even think about doing that. You know, it's just like, how low is that? That's how low of a person you'd have to be to do something like that. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And it's happening, you know. And the thing is, and you can, this is a lesson that I learned in the military. You could do 10 things right. All it takes is that one screw
thing.
up.
Right.
All you take is that one screw up, and it erases everything.
Your reputation's done.
So right now, you know, it's like everybody there's a lot of so-called hobby watchdogs that are reporting on stuff like this.
Oh,
you know?
we're gonna get the Whatnot. Yeah, it is happening on Whatnot.
You know, you've got these individuals that spend all hours of the day just finding, okay, who's the next knucklehead that did something stupid in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very rare where you find a lot of these, you know, these precious hobby moments that I be finding. It's little things like that still lead me to believe there's still some hope in this industry.
Yeah,
you know, but it's, I tell you what, all this negativity is giving a run for its money, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But so you remember when Beast was always talking about this infamous magic box?
The magic box.
So basically, with the magic box, what we're referring to is there is a redemption out of Stadium Club. Basically, the odds of pulling this infamous card is 1 out of 280,000 packs. If you pull it and you redeem it, you're supposed to get what they call a magic box. Okay, and inside that magic box, it's literally flooded with autographs and parallels.
That's amazing. You know? So it looks like there's an autograph in every pack.
Yes.
Wow. Is there any way you can pull it up?
And it says it right here. Each pack had an auto and a card out of 99.
Wow.
Everything else was bronze parallel, and there were no base cards at all.
Jeez. Could you imagine? Man, I see an Eddie Murray on there down the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Is that Jackson Joe or Jace Young?
You got Stephen Kwan right here.
Okay. Jace Young is to the right of him.
Nico Horner.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a few of the names out there. Can't really see them, but they're there.
Yeah.
Either way, whoever pulled this, well done. I mean,
yeah, that's out of Stadium Club 2025, Spicy Bear. Yeah.
So we actually did see what it was all about. And Beast, if you are watching this or you all get an opportunity, you may want to check this out so you can see, because I know you kept rubbing it in. All right. Okay, so it looks like modern cards is actually starting to make a comeback, and I'm glad it is, because I don't like the idea of a cartoon, you know, juggernauting the hobby with its sale. I think it was what the hell that damn Pokemon cards sell for? I forgot.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter anyway.
I stay away from that like the plague.
So we talked about this particular card last week, where somebody pulled it in 2013, and it stood in hiding until recent. So basically, it went to Heritage Auction. No, I'm sorry, Fanatics. And it sold for $5.2 million in a private sale at Fanatics Fest. Fanatics Collect. Here's the history of the card. In 2020, it sold for $161. 2 years later, $324,000, and here we are at $5.2 million. So now with Judge, he joined sales like Honus Wagner, Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, and all their cards sold for minimum $5 million. So, yeah, I wish I had $5 million. It wouldn't go on cards.
I wish I had 324,000 back in 2022 and sold it for $5 million now.
Yeah, this is
talking
true.
about a return on investment. Jeez.
Yeah. And I'm curious. as to how he acquired the card initially.
Yeah.
Was it pulled in a break? Did he buy a box and just pulled it? I mean, so many.
Whoever had it had the sense enough to go get it graded at the time.
Uh-huh.
You know, and that was what, 20, you said 2013, 2014?
2013, yeah.
Wow.
You know, and just to be a little more in depth with it, I would have went the PSA route. That's just me.
I mean,
granted that it's a 9.5 gem mint. I mean, I get
no,
that.
Look at that slab and that card. It's like the colors match perfectly. I think he did the right job.
Okay.
Sending it, you know, with that, because that slab is just as good as the card. I mean, if you did PSA, you'd have a red and white, you know, PSA grading across the top. I think it looks much better in that.
Right. Okay.
Just my opinion.
I can see that. So here's a fun fact. Judge card joins a list of 7 players whose cards have broached over the $5 million mark. So Jordan at 12.9, Kobe at 12.9, Mick at 12.6, LeBron at 10 million, Honus Wagner at 7.2, the Babe at 7.2, and now Aaron Judge.
I wonder if we'll see Ohtani on there soon.
Ohtani at 3 million.
Okay.
He's got a 2024 Topps Logo Man 101. Mm-hmm. Paul Skeens at 1.11 million, which that card is sitting in the stadium at Dick's.
Yep.
And then Shohei's Topps Dynasty Logo Man 50/50, which sold for just over $1 million.
Mm.
So the hobby's getting expensive and ridiculous with all these private sales and everything. I just don't understand it.
There's more exposure to it. You know,
it is.
That's what it comes down to.
Now this one I found kind of weird. So a Ken Griffey Jr. card was hiding inside this video game box for 32 years. When Nintendo released the Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in '94, every copy included a Griffey card. This collector recently uncovered the game with the card still inside, preserved, and untouched for over 3 decades.
Mm.
Now, that's something you don't see every day either.
No.
What if all or most of those cards are all one buyer, one unimaginable collection? You never know, Spicy.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
You never know.
Something like that. If you had that and you were a Griffey collector, would you hold or would you be tempted to see what you could get on eBay for that?
Me, if I was a Griffey collector, I would hold it.
Yep, I would hold too. I would hold too. I wouldn't even know what you would get on eBay for something like that, considering it's, you know, 30 some years old on an outdated, you know, system.
Yeah.
Probably some people still have that system. I mean, I held on to mine for so long and then sold them all.
I still got my first Nintendo system in the garage.
You do? Yeah. I sold all of my stuff when I was we did a yard sale and I sold all my old game systems and games and stuff like that. And you know, I kept some of the games because I had one game for Sega Genesis or something like that, and it was called The Immortal, and it was like a limited release. So I held on to that game.
Okay. Oh man. So here's a question for the chat, because I know everybody in the chat has either bought or sold on eBay at one point in time, and I know you have to also, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is worse? An eBay seller who cancels a sale, or the eBay buyer that requests the cancel, and why?
The eBay buyer that requests the cancel. I mean, you go in, you're listing a card on eBay with the intention of selling that card.
So you're talking about it's worse to be the seller then?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got confused. You mentioned buyer for a minute.
No.
Okay. So you would think if you decided to put a card up on auction and you was hoping to expect to get $100 out of it.
Okay.
But you make $70 out of it. Would you cancel the auction and relist it?
Well, you can put a reserve in for how much you want for the card, or then, you know, if I had a reserve of $75 in the card, like if I think the card's worth, $75, I'll list it at $100 and put a reserve in at 75, or minimum bid $75 or something like that. Listed at $40, start the bidding. If it doesn't go to 75, then boom, it's done. But it's like, if once the sale's completed, I'm not going to ask the buyer to say, hey, you know what, I really don't want to sell that card.
I'm typing a question for the chat, or
okay.
What's worse, canceling as a buyer or requesting to? I mean, because you make a good point on there.
Oh, no one uses reserve prices anymore, Larkin? Is it still an option? I mean, it's been a long time since I put something on auction on eBay. It's been probably over 2 years.
Either way, I mean, you shouldn't cancel it because you don't get what you want out of it.
Right.
Period.
Exactly.
But yet again, look at the world that we live in today. I mean, a lot. It's sad that, I mean, I can understand there will be some frustration in there where if I'm listing something and I'm for like hoping to get like maybe $400 out of it, for example, but it only walks out with $100. Yeah, I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't give me the green light to just go ahead and cancel the sale and relist it at a later day or do whatever. But then you got the buyers too, and what kills me about the buyers is the fact that they find excuses to cancel the sale. Mm. Oh, something just came up. I had an unforeseen circumstance. My goldfish drowned and I got to pay for funeral services and something weird like that. If you don't have the money for it, you shouldn't be bidding, for one.
You shouldn't be bidding, yeah.
Okay. Number two is, I understand buyer's remorse is a thing, but if you know that it's not your first rodeo on making a purchase and feeling a certain kind of way after the fact, don't bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
If whatever reason you had or a bad experience that you had in the past with a purchase, you shouldn't be bidding on it again anyway. So I mean, leave it for those individuals that actually fulfill making the purchase and complete the transaction on their end. And as far as the sellers are concerned, it's just a live and learn experience. You're not always going to get what you want. Okay, just take your losses like a champ, dust yourself off, move on to the next sale if you decide that you want to do it again later on at some point in time. What's going on, Hobby?
What's up, Christian? How you doing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm glad you came in, Hobby. Quick question for you. Which is worse on eBay, canceling as a buyer or canceling as a seller? I still see auctions with the listing saying reserve not met, but not as often as a few years ago. Around 2022, it was a common thing, I feel.
Yeah. Okay.
And then go to PayPal and file a claim. Yeah. They outbid you even if they don't get their price. And then on top of that, you got the show bidding that happens as well. So that's another thing that there's too many flaws that you have to, it's hard to keep track of all of them. You just want to go ahead and make a purchase of a card and move on with your day. But there's so many variables that you got to keep in mind and be wary of and be cognizant of. It's kind of hard to keep track with all that stuff. What else we got here? Well, that was pretty much all for the hobby is concerned, but hold on. I would say canceling as a seller, but my one and only negative feedback was not me being able to find a card. It pissed the buyer off and he hit me with a negative. And things happen.
Right.
It's just one of those things that you live and you live and learn. If again, I know there's a couple of people that I've dealt with that are sellers on eBay. They do their research and try to see, as far as comparable comps are concerned, what they expect to get out of it, and they try to factor in all the eBay fees and all the taxes and everything like that. So, I mean, that's another thing that you have to keep in mind too. Johnny says canceling as a seller, but only because it was sold to someone else before the other guy.
Yeah, Magnus says eBay charges you $5 to put a reserve on a listing. Well, it could be $5 well worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Has anyone in here been in an auction lately that when you raise your max bid, someone comes up to $1 less than you?
I have not.
I haven't either. I explained the issue to buyer, but he thought I was a seller who would relist at a higher price. And, that's the impression that all it takes is one person to screw it up for the rest of you. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it. It's rampant. If you bid $100 on a $50 card, you will end up paying the full $100. Yeah. It's just so many.
See, that's the one good thing about Goodwill. I can put a max bid in on what I want.
Okay.
So I see something going for $9.99 and there's, like 3 hours left on it. It's like, oh, okay, that's not bad. $9.99 put in. I'll put my max bid of $19.01.
Yeah.
And it'll just keep bidding up until I get outbid.
Yeah.
I guess eBay, didn't eBay used to do that at one point? You could put in a max bid, and then you would get a notification when you finally got outbidded on it. I don't recall. It's been so long since I've done anything on eBay. But I guess now if you put in a bid for $100, that's going to be your bid.
Right.
Does it bump it up or just bump it up to the last high bid?
Inquiring minds would like to know.
Yeah, I usually do the buy it now too. I don't do the bidding.
Yeah, just go straight to the point, go for the jugular, buy it now. But then you have some people that do the auctions, and it'll be like $100, but if you want to buy now, it's going to be $200 or $175. Mm-hmm. But again, it's little things like this that makes it that much harder to actually enjoy something as harmless as collecting cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Or even doing something nice for somebody else. You want to pick up a card for a friend, your kid, whatever the case may be. You got to go through hell and high water just to get some enjoyment when you're not adulting, if you will.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just the way it is. All right, we're going to move on to baseball news. Mike, what are your thoughts about, let's just say the Phillies have a hot prospect.
Okay.
He tore up the minor leagues.
Okay.
He tears it up spring training because y'all send him a non-roster invite. But y'all decide to send him back down.
I don't think I've ever had that situation with the Phillies draft pick. Not even Mickey Moniak. And you send him down.
You send him down.
You want my opinion as a fan?
As a fan, yes.
I'd be pissed off.
Okay.
I think he's proven himself. I mean, it depends on how long he's been with the organization in the minor leagues, what his numbers in the minor leagues look like, the past few years, how he's progressed through the minor leagues. And if I think he's ready, say he's like 23, 24 years old, he might be ready for the show. It has happened in the past with the Phillies where players were being held down because of other players being on the team. One of them was when they signed Jim Tomei and Ryan Howard got held down. Right. He didn't come up until he was like 26 or something like that. If I recall correctly, I mean, he could have been up at 23, 24 years old hitting moonshots, but he was blocked by Tomei. Right. Utley was blocked by, I think it was Polanco at second base. And then Polanco actually turned out to be a good third baseman when he went to Detroit. And so I've had players being held down because of being blocked at positions, but it depends. It depends. Is this person being blocked, or is there a position for him and they just decide to put him down, send him back? If there's a position for him, I'd be like really pissed off.
Okay, and the reason why I bring it up very vaguely is because, I didn't want to sound like I was being biased or anything like that. But the reason why I did bring it up is because it happened to the Yankees.
It's happening right now.
Spencer Jones has been on a tear throughout spring training.
Yep.
But they're sending him back down to AAA.
Well, there's another Yankee that's on a tear too, Mr. Dominguez.
George Lombard Jr.?
No, Dominguez is having a good.
Dominguez is another one.
Yeah,
and right now they haven't made it official about him going back down just yet, but the conversation is there.
Well, I mean, who would Spencer Jones replace? Okay, so he's a center fielder. Okay, so where are you at with center field?
Trent Grisham. Now,
what are the Yankees' needs? What is their main need right now?
Need a shortstop for one.
Okay.
Need a bullpen and probably one or two more starters.
Ooh, look at Trent Grisham's numbers last year.
It's freaking terrible. I mean, let me pull up his last stats. So
are they keeping Grisham for defensive purposes?
That's what it looks like.
Because his batting average is not even at the freaking Mendoza line.
No,
most years.
I mean,
he's under 200.
No, he's batted 235 last year.
Okay, well that was last year, but the 3 years before that he was under 200.
Yeah. Where is his batting average?
184, 189, 190.
Yeah. But that's when in 24, he batted 190.
Oh, as a Yankees fan, I'd be completely pissed right now. I'd be like Costanza in the parking lot with the World Series trophy, driving it around with a bullhorn going out of the one window. Now, if the Yankees were smart about it, and if they have needs, you package like Trent Grisham and Jason Dominguez in some kind of a deal, and then you get your guy up. And get a reliever or two, or maybe a shortstop.
I mean, if George Steinbrenner were alive today, this roster would not look the way it is right now.
No.
He would have seen the potential. I mean, this is Spencer Jones' spring training. 24 at-bats, 8 hits, 4 home runs, batting .333 with a 1346 OPS.
And slugging percentage is going to be out of this world too.
Yeah. But yet they want to send him back down.
I mean, he's 24. I mean, it's like you got to give the kid a shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just his career spring training stats. I mean, it looks like he's always had he's had decent spring training except for 2025, but it's only a handful of games. It's not, 17 games.
Right. But
what does his minor league stats look like?
Good question.
What do the last few years look like? Maybe there's something in there that's a telltale sign of why he's not up.
So his minor league stats are as follows. I mean, in between AAA and AA, he's got 35 home runs.
Wow. What's his batting average?
274.
All right, so you figure the batting average is probably going to drop like 30 points when he comes to the bigs.
Yeah.
But why are they holding him down?
And it's not just him, too. Volpe is hurt right now. He's recuperating from surgery. Why not bring up George Lombard? But yet they're using Jose Caballero as a space holder until he comes back.
Yeah.
He's not a shortstop either.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make no sense to
No,
me
it
that
doesn't make any
you got a
sense.
kid that is ready to make a debut, but you're not affording him the opportunity. And it discourages the player because they bust their ass for you just so that they could win, so that they can earn a spot on that roster. Okay, because they've been doing better than some of the vets, but yet you don't give these kids an opportunity to do their thing, and they're like, what's the point? What's the use of it? Just doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
So
That's one of those things where you say, wow, I wish I could be the GM.
Yeah. And again, if George Steinbrenner wasn't here, if he was here, this would not be the roster that you would see now. This is going to be a fun one. Are we Hall of Fame caliber?
No. No.
Well, let's take a look at his stats.
Take a look at his numbers.
Julio.
There he is. Second one down. There we go.
His life 20 WAR. He's 81-8.
No. Doesn't even have a winning record.
What has he done?
What have you done for me lately?
He was top 5 for Rookie of the Year, and he's a 2-time All-Star.
Yeah. And then after that, not much.
Well, in 15, he led the league in game start.
Okay, that's not hard to do.
And then
it was complete games. I mean, he's pitched some innings.
Yeah.
But it looks like after 2019, something happened. 2020, 2020 was the COVID year, but
22, he was in Mexico.
Yeah, so he basically had a career. I mean, he had a decent career for the first, his first 7 years.
And granted, he only played for 13 years, but still.
Yeah.
Because all you need is 10 years to be eligible.
Yeah. But that's a hard no.
Yeah. A non-baseball fan would say he is not Hall of Fame worthy.
I mean, if you look at it this way, he played 13 years in the MLB. That ain't too shabby.
So here's a fun fact from the World Baseball Classic. Alexi Ramirez was 44 years old and 160 days while playing in the WBC. So he was the oldest player to play in this tournament. The previous oldest was a certain somebody's favorite player at 43 years in 2006. And then the oldest non-pitcher was Nelly Cruz at 42. So it's a good little fun fact.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Okay, so this was actually a big thing during the tournament.
Yep.
And I can understand what was going on. So everybody made a mountain out of a molehill. So during the season, you've got Cal Raleigh and Randy Arozarena, they're teammates. Okay. Cal Raleigh said it himself. That's my brother. Love him to death. At the time when Mexico was playing against Team US, Randy extended his hand to try to give him a handshake, and Cal Raleigh politely declined, is what I'm going to call it. People took that and ran with it and, assumed the worst.
Of course they did.
But in all actuality, did you think how would you have, if you was in Randy's shoes, how would you have perceived it?
Can I do it in Cal's shoes instead of Randy's?
Okay, in Cal's shoes. If you was Cal,
if I was in Cal's shoes, this is probably how he's thinking of it. The game's on. Let's play.
Okay.
Time for meet and greets or before the game and after the game. If I'm a first baseman and you get on base and you shake my hand or something like that, that's fine. Right. But game's on.
Okay.
I think Cal is probably in game mode or game set, and and I can see, and Randy's Randy's being Randy.
Right.
Just putting his hand down saying, hey, what's up, buddy? But I'm sure that they probably talked before the game.
or after.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it was just totally blown out of proportion.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a non-issue to me. It's a
and he
non-issue.
said it in this interview. I hate that this is a thing. There is no beef. He's my brother. I mean,
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Randy understood the circumstances behind it. It was I mean, if I was Randy, I would have felt a certain way at that moment. But if he would have came to me after the game and explained to me his antics behind it, I would have had a better understanding and it wouldn't have stung as much.
Yeah,
That's just me.
It's a non-issue. I mean, it was like, yeah, like Cal's like, okay, it's game on. I got to focus.
Yeah.
You know, I got to catch a pitcher that I haven't caught before.
Uh-huh.
You know, I got to try to get into his mindset.
Right.
I mean, when you're the catcher, you're basically the general on the field is what it comes down to.
Okay.
You know, you're involved in every play of the game, every pitch of the game. You're involved, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he was just focused on the game. It's like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Real quick, Beast, I see that you're in the chat. You may want to rewind a little bit back because the magic box has been found. Just so you know. All right, moving right along. All right, so I found this article and I thought of you, Mike.
Oh,
so
great.
Chase Utley will be a part of the Phillies Wall of Fame August 7th.
Absolutely. He's the man.
Okay.
So no questions, no issues, no nothing about that. I mean, Utley was awesome.
Would you consider him probably one of the faces of the Phillies?
Would I put him on the Mount? If I had 4 Phillies to put on Mount Rushmore of the Phillies, no, I wouldn't put him in the top 4.
Okay,
but if you were going to say modern day from say 1995 through now, through the past 30 years, absolutely. He may be the first one I put on there.
Okay.
He may be the first. I mean, it's going to circle around the 2018. Unless the Phillies do something this year and win the World Series, well, you know, I've got a Mount Rushmore, but there could be a few faces removed and some others put up. But yeah, I'd say most of them would probably be on the 2018. That would be up there.
Okay. But in essence, as a fan, you're pleased to see that they're recognizing talent.
Oh, I knew it was going to happen. Yeah. I mean, they do it every year for one player. The only unfortunate thing is we're running out of players to recognize every year.
You're running out of players like we're running out of jerseys to retire.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, there's a few other players, but it's, you know, after the 2008 season through 2011, the Phillies were really not very good from 2012 to 2019 until we got till we signed Harper and start bringing in some other talent. But yeah, they're kind of running out of players right now.
Yeah,
to put on that wall.
All right, so the last order of business.
What's up, Brando? What's up, Phil?
World Baseball Classic.
Yes.
So the quarterfinals was a hell of a series to watch. I did catch USA, Canada, and Italy and Puerto Rico. I was a little upset with Puerto Rico taking the loss. It was a good game, though.
No, it was a good game. Yeah.
I was surprised to see that Venezuela has put Japan to rest because nobody expected that to happen.
No, nobody did.
You know, I thought it was going to be a slugfest when Ronald sent the first home run, and then when Team Japan went up, Ohtani doing Ohtani things, first pitch, see you later.
Yep.
But then next thing you know, when I woke up the next morning to catch the highlights, I saw that Japan lost. I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Then we move on to the semifinals. Okay, we saw yesterday's game. And yes, I will say it on live stream, that was ball 4.
Oh, yeah.
I will say that.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a hell of a game. It was nothing but pitching and defense. Okay, with Judge throwing out Tatis at third base from right field, that was probably the highlight for me.
That's the second time he's thrown somebody out at third base in this series.
Yeah.
I'm getting a whole new appreciation for Aaron Judge now that I'm seeing a little bit more.
That just
You know?
tells me that his elbow was back to where it was before.
Yeah. He's got a gun. There's no doubt about it.
But the pitching was phenomenal. Paul Skeens went, I think, 5 innings. He did give up a run, which is expected. Nobody's perfect. Okay, but then we answered back with Gunnar sending one deep and Roman Anthony sending another one deep.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a whole, Team DR went through 6 or 7 pitchers, and I think we only went out with 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I fell asleep in about 9:30, which was the 5th inning. They were up 2-1. And locking being locking.
Or make a critical catch.
Or field a ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, it definitely was a ball. There's no doubt about it. Now let's see what happens with Venezuela and Italy. I mean,
Yeah,
I was definitely shocked when I woke up the next morning and Japan was eliminated. I was like, whoa, what is going on here? And then I started to take a look at the Venezuela team and see who they have. And so they don't have a bad team.
They really don't.
Italy is the shocker out of the entire series so far. And they haven't lost a game.
Yeah. So far, I mean, here's the lineups for each team. So Venezuela, they got Acuna, they got Garcia, Arias, Suarez. That's a heavy 1 through 4 already.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Tovar, Glaber. Well, that's Glaber. Wilyer Abreu, Contreras, and Jackson Churio.
I mean, they've got a good lineup.
They do.
You put that lineup in the major leagues, it's
that's an all-star team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for Italy, you got Antonacci, John Birdie, Jacob Marcy, the Pasquatch, DeZenso, Jack Kaggs, Andrew Fisher, JJ DeRazio, and Dante Nori.
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I think it's the espresso.
It's got to be the espresso.
It has to be the espresso.
Got to be the espresso. I got to get me an espresso machine.
I got to get me one also.
That's for damn sure.
But if they win, if either team, the winner of this team will face Team USA on tomorrow at 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
And right now, if I'm not mistaken, with Japan out of, everybody was expecting a USA Japan 2.0.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
since the odds
Japan got knocked off, I would say it's a safe assumption that USA is going to be the favorite.
Well, I think it would be a safe assumption, but I didn't think that the United States was going to get past the Dominican Republic last night. The only thing we had going in our favor, which was the best possible scenario, is we had Paul Skeens on the mound.
Yeah.
That was the best. I mean, it was because Scooble's gone. He went back to to spring training, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But your next back, I mean, Scooble, Skeens, which one do you want on the mound? I don't care. I'll take either of them.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Now, who's going to start tomorrow night? Is it going to be Webb? I hope it's Webb. Or did he start the night before?
Webb started in the quarterfinals.
Oh, shit. So who do we got starting tomorrow night?
It's a good question.
Oh, Matt McClain? Yeah. And we just, there was a gasp across the United States.
Yeah.
Scuba was in the dugout last night. Man, maybe, I don't know. That's going
to be a tough one.
How would you feel if Scuba jumped on a plane and flew down to join the team?
Or, hell, bring out the old man, bring out Clayton Claus.
Yeah.
Let this be his last hoorah.
Yeah, the umps are going for US, so no big deal. I was kind of thinking about that last night too. That since Japan got knocked out, there might be some umpire shenanigans. Because
I wouldn't word it so strongly like that. Okay, I wouldn't word it that strong. I would have chose different words. That's just me. But
You
I
could
would
choose different words.
I would preferably like to see USA and Italy go at it again, because
Yeah.
Italy was the one that took out USA in the first place.
Yeah, I think there's some unfinished business there.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight and tomorrow. See how that works out.
Ooh.
But I think both games will be electric. It's gonna be good times.
Yeah.
And that pretty much concludes the episode of this podcast for this week. Couple of side notes, and you can add to it if I'm missing something, Mike. I know there is a break that is currently being filled as of right now that will take place on this Wednesday.
Yep.
And it's going to be sponsored by Hobby Hound.
By Christian and Hobby Hound. Yeah.
He's putting the information in the chat as we speak. So go take a gander at it. If you think that's something for you, by all means, link up with Hobby Hound and he'll give you all the deets to it. Again, if you missed this past weekend, we concluded a 3-week fundraiser for Kenny and Red Rum's sister, which in my opinion was a complete success.
Yeah. And all 3 events were a success. It all moved relatively well. We finally got it. I think we've finally got this whole thing figured out. The past few fundraisers that we've done, each one's gotten a little bit better. Each one's gotten a little bit bigger, but it's gotten a little bit better too. I think we learned.
Got a question for you.
When is our next sale? I don't think we're going to be doing another sale. Not for any, for the fundraiser or anything like that. It's going to, I think we're just about done with that. I know this weekend, I'm working Saturday, and then Sunday I have 2 baseball drafts. I know that. I got yours at 7, Christian, and then I got one at 2:00. Hopefully it's done by 7. It usually goes on for quite a while because they put 3 minutes between picks. You got to be kidding me.
But aside from that, besides your 2 drafts, you got anything else coming up?
No, I don't, honestly. Okay. Actually. We got Christian's break coming up on Wednesday. Brandon just texted me. I think we're going to do a live on his channel. I got a box that I've had the box battle that Brandon did back in October or November. Well, I'm going to open up Joe Mansman's box probably tomorrow night. So that'll be on Brandon's channel, which will be a good thing. I'll be joining Jeff on Thursday night with a break. I think it's hockey.
Yeah, he got pushed back from last week.
Yeah. And then other than that, I'll be joining the guys on Sunday night at Christian's Wednesday night I'll be in Christian's break. Saturday or Sunday night, we've got Christian's fantasy baseball league draft at 7:00. So I don't know if he's gonna have a bunch of us on and do the draft live, and we can talk and talk smack about each other's draft picks and stuff like that. That would be fun.
Awesome. Well, I'm still waiting on my PSA submission to come back. It should be here hopefully by the end of the year. And that's pretty much it. Just get ready for next Monday for the most part.
Brandon got timed out by Nightbot. You gotta do something about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it this weekend, see if I can fix it.
He's a little too sensitive. Like really way too sensitive. I mean, people like using emojis. Brandon can put an entire conversation in nothing but emojis. But Nightbot doesn't understand that.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah. But
I appreciate every 100% in a row.
I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with us while we do this. It does mean a lot. And we will catch you all again next week on Monday. Same bad time, same bad channel. So
all right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Sounds good.